Welcome to the Skol v. Grit Show, where we cover all things Vikings and Lions. I am your co-host, Hans, and I'm joined, as always, by a man who bleeds Honolulu blue, a guy who's never seen a sleeve he didn't hate. He is the Mean Money Champion of the world! The lovely Mr. Joe Ryan. How you doing, buddy?
I'm ab-fab, brother. That's absolutely fabulous for the uninitiated.
Yeah, that which is me. I had no idea.
You're welcome.
I connected those dots.
It's a tough code to crack, I'll give you that.
It really is. Yeah, it's Bletchley Park level code cracking. Sorry, that was just nerdy. Man, we are in the throes of the off season, but a shit ton of things are happening.
I kind of dig this time of year.
Yeah, like which is great. All these things keep popping on my feed, and I'm like, oh, thank God, we have something to talk about.
You know what it reminds me of is when you were a kid, did you ever shuffle the Madden? Like just like wacky shuffle the whole league? I don't know Madden.
I didn't even know you could do that.
I don't know if you can. You can definitely do it in 2K, where it's just like, here we go, we're starting all over, and just absolutely random the teams. That's how it feels. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people on the move. Things are happening. Combine happened. We'll get into that later. But first, as always, let's do some news. Oh, Joseph, hit us with some news.
I don't want to grind the show to a halt right away, but I just want to say shout out. Lou Holtz passed away right before we started taping this.
I heard that. I was in the bathroom and I was like, what, Lou? Oh, no, sweet Lou.
I know, fierce rivals, Notre Dame and Michigan, but nothing but respect for the dude. I wonder, though, if Pat McAfee is going to change his little intro where they do the Lou Holtz mocking when they read the disclaimer.
I don't know.
I'd be curious to see what Pat does about tomorrow's show. Because, it does the, don't want to speak ill of the dead, but he does that kind of leprechaun voice. Please don't sue us.
Yeah, he had the mush mouth.
Right, for sure. But anyway, football legend. We got to get some mention on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to some.
Yeah, I'll give him a.
I will remember you.
That's all he gets because we'll get flagged for copyright if I go farther.
That's fair. I love Lou Holtz. I'm not paying for that.
Johnny Boxon.
You got more than most.
Yeah, well, I learned that we got copyrighted, and I wasn't going to take it out, so I just have that now.
Fully understand. Where do you want to start? There's some Vikings Lions news. You want to go through that?
I'll hit the Viking stuff, but
gotcha.
you give me your let's do general news, then hit your Lions, and I'll give you the Viking stuff.
All right. Well, first off, on my little ticker, Chiefs trade all pro corner Trent McDuffie to the Rams.
Yep. For number 29 overall this year. A sixth this year and a third next year. That's a lot.
That's a haul.
That's
for a quarterback.
So much. Woo. I mean, they needed corners, but good Lord. And I know their GM's the F them picks guy, but whew.
So yeah, did you see that graphic? I want to say it was ESPN or whatever, but they had like the past 10 years of picks, and they actually used their first round pick one time. And, I forget the player, but they got a really good player. But yeah, the rest it was.
I mean, they also have they did have 2 first round picks this year. So, I mean, they gave up the later one, which was what did I just say? 29.
29, yeah.
Like 13, I think. So, yeah, I mean, you're not getting a better player or corner than Trent McDuffie at 29. You gave up other stuff. And then the future third, because next year's draft should be much, much better.
That's what everyone's saying. It's going to be pretty good.
There's not a lot of top tier guys in this one. There's a lot of middle round, second, third round. You can get a lot of value, but so I guess I get it. I mean, how long do you have Stafford for? I assume that plays into it. 1, maybe 2 more years.
I wouldn't gamble on 2.
No, I wouldn't either. We don't even know for sure he's coming back this year. I mean, this kind of signals it without actually telling us. But
now that he's got a lockdown corner.
Yeah, but I mean, like that, they're trying, to
Right.
make things happen and make the defense better, and everyone surround him with talented people because obviously he can still play.
Well, I know he felt he was that one win away from being Super Bowl champion. He had
Right.
zero fear of the Patriots.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, they would have dismantled them the same way the Seahawks did. Honestly.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, we all kind of said it tongue in cheek a bit, but like the NFC Championship was the Super Bowl.
Yes, 100% it was clearly, especially once the Broncos went down.
Right.
Not that
Bo
they were
Nix.
some juggernaut, but like you don't have your quarterback. That's a problem.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do.
And I'm not even a Bo Nix guy, but like he was still better than anyone else you had on your roster because that's how starting and backup quarterbacks work.
I'm glad you brought that up because we're going to get into that because there's some guys on the move I'm curious about. But next one I had up for things, speaking of quarterbacks, I want to congratulate Danny Dimes on transitioning. I think that's a big move for him, and let's hear it out.
Super
When
woke.
you get the new name, Danny, throw it out. We won't dead name you on the show. Let's go.
That was only like the second time that's ever happened too, apparently.
Very weird.
Yeah.
I had to.
People don't really use that tag.
They should.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought Minnesota might do that with Darnold and then try and trade him. Like they probably should have done that, but maybe that's why their GM lost his job. I don't know.
Yeah, he gone. Yeah, I had for those of us at home listening, the difference between the franchise tag and the transition tag is with the franchise tag, you take the average top 5 salaries of whatever position you play, you get that average guaranteed for a year. Same applies to a transition tag, but other teams can make an offer to beat that. At which point your home team has the right of future refusal.
Yes.
But so you can start a bidding war if you're in demand.
Yes. I mean, coming off an Achilles, like
In fucking December, right?
yeah, I mean, we saw what just most recently, yeah, he's older, but Kirk Cousins coming off an Achilles the not this season, but the season before, he wasn't right. Like he seemed right this year. And yeah, he's
Yeah.
older, so maybe, but coming off of that, and there was no mobility in Cousins' game, but you could still see it lingering. There's a lot of mobility in Daniel Jones' game.
Very, very true. I think it's one of like his best attributes. And the other part is, like I said, I think he got hurt in December. So
Yeah, it was late. It may not have been that late, but it was. Yeah, to think he'd be ready for opening day, like the first. No, I doubt that very much.
well, I consulted with the show's medical consultant, and she said it's a 9 to 14 month injury for recovery.
Is that your wife? I assume.
Might be, might not be. You don't know who I talked to.
I like that we have a medical person on staff.
But I mean, and that's, she said, obviously not taking into account superstar athletes of the highest caliber, but even so, like that's a long recovery time, and
Yeah.
am I nuts? 38 million.
At least like a year and a half, and even then, you might be able to come back, but you're probably not going to be 100%.
Yeah, you're usually like 2 years out,
Yeah.
which I mean that's a hell of a price to pay for someone that you're not going to get opening day for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of wonder if that's not a way to prolong being able to negotiate with him for a longer term contract.
That's interesting.
I really don't know what they're doing because they're also seem to be wanting to let Anthony Richardson go for nothing. Like they're just like done. So who? I mean, that's an indictment on him, right? Where it's like we probably don't have our quarterback week 1 if we get him, but we still don't want you.
Yeah, right. Like if ever there was a time, he's got to be, dude, put me in, coach.
Yeah.
Like, Philip Rivers ain't walking through that door.
Yeah, well,
Probably.
he might come back. He was all right. He wasn't bad.
It was a lot of fun. I don't care what Philly says. It wasn't a flak jacket. You were just fat. We all know it. Shut up. It's a bad angle, bro. I've used bad angle before to justify my fatness.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Over like the upper level. Yeah.
Come on now.
I'm fat. I know fat.
I think it's Big Cat on part of my take, but he's like, yeah, like he's one bad weekend away from being fat. That's how I live.
Yeah, that's exactly me. Like, give me Ozempic, please.
It's along those lines. Have you ever had the same DoorDasher twice in a day?
I've ordered when I lived in New York. Yeah, I've ordered multiple times from
But the
service.
same guy.
I've never had the exact same guy, but there's also 8 million people there. So
Yeah, there's fewer in my little
if I
town.
did it here, yeah, that's a strong chance because I almost feel bad ordering any type of delivery service here because I'm like, I just feel bad for the person. Like I tip them properly, but it's like, oh man, you have to drive like 7 miles for what, $8? Like, I just feel bad for them.
Yeah, I went back and forth on it, and like especially in like inclement weather. But
Well, yeah, that's the times I do it, or when I
right.
too much.
But this is what I came down on: is one, they obviously want / need the money if they're working out and that stuff, and two, if I make it worth your while, who's the loser in this?
Right, because I'm never tipping less than 20%. So
Oh no, I go more because I think we discussed this
right,
on
like
the
if
show.
there's like a rain or snowstorm, we bump that up maybe double.
Right, I want that, and the other thing is just regularly, I want my shit first.
Mhm.
Like no lumping me with anyone else, no stops, like right to the top of the pile.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that's fair. Like,
Thank you.
because then you're giving them the money. Like,
Right,
they don't make a goddamn thing other than tips.
right. So yeah, hook them up.
Exactly.
All right.
Tip your drivers.
I'm glad it was. Yes, I feel like we're fucking stand up in the Poconos. Tip your waitresses. Try the fish.
What else you got?
What else we got? I found it interesting that the speaking of people with no value, the Cardinals said Kyler is the fuck out no matter what.
Yeah,
The moment he can, pack your bags.
that's wild, right? Because he automatically becomes the top free agent
By default.
quarterback, maybe of all, because they're on the hook for so much. You can pay him the vet minimum because it's like you pay him $10 million, but if he's owed 20, then 10 goes off of he already would have had that. So there's no reason. Like obviously you're gonna fuck the old team.
Yeah, the NFL doesn't care.
Yeah, he could be got for next year for like $1 million. This year for like $1 million.
Which is insane, but I mean, there's some baggage that comes with it. We're not talking like Deshaun baggage, but that Call of Duty shit, you just can't seem to shake.
I know. I've always been a fan of his. I think he's really good, and I don't know the Cardinals organization. Like those yearly reports that this year they were like, no, they're not going to be public, but they're immediately made public. Like the Cardinals are like get an F like every year for ownership.
Oh yeah, and it's particularly
It's
for
like Sam Darnold or Daniel Jones, who were in, or Baker Mayfield, who were in a terrible organization, and then actually, when you get people who know what they're doing surrounding you, maybe you're okay or even good.
it's possible. I mean, I was tantalized by him when he came out. He was a fascinating prospect. Number 1 overall pick, as I recall. Oh yeah, because speaking of a shitty organization like the Cardinals, they drafted a quarterback in the first round the year before.
Josh Rosen, baby.
Shipped him to the Dolphins, and then said, "You know what? We're gonna get a redo." I was just playing Mulligan, and got Kyler Murray. Which, yeah, he has moments. I think I've said it on the show before, though. He does look like Darth Helmet from Spaceballs. Where his helmet's just too big for his itty bitty body.
Yeah, he's a tiny guy. I don't know. I've seen him connected a lot with Minnesota.
I have too. That's why I brought it up.
I'd be fine with that, but also like I don't know, being done with JJ after 10 games? He's like,
no, it's insanity.
He went like 6-4 in those games. I don't know. Like,
what do you mean you don't know?
Pick? Like, what are we doing? Like, I'll get into some of that later, but
okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the Cardinals.
No.
But to your point, the two teams I hear the most are you and the Jets.
I mean, like he shouldn't want like the Jets are just East Coast Cardinals, right? Like as far as ownership goes.
I dare say it's the reverse for the Cardinals or West Coast Jets, but
Yeah,
that's how bad they are.
Yeah, 'cause the Jets are that somehow would be worse.
Right. I remember like at least the Cardinals had like a Kurt Warner Fitzgerald run. I remember that. And for the Jets,
No, since Naismith, whatever the fuck his name is.
Heisman. What's Joe Namath? Kissing Susie Covert. I got it.
God.
God damn, we went full zoomer on that one. Anything before me doesn't matter. Oh my god. All right, so I'd be curious to see where he lands, but putting on with that backup situation stuck in my head because it's Goff, not the most mobile guy. If we don't fix our O line, I run through these scenarios like, what could I do with Kyler Murray?
I know. I've seen all these things about because we talked about Anthony Richardson. There's a clip of when the Vikings played the Colts a year or two ago, where their Minnesota's head coach Kevin O'Connell hugged him, and it was like, "You're gonna play a long time in this league. You're talented." Blah blah blah. So he loves him.
Interesting.
Well, think of a quarterback room of Anthony Richardson, JJ McCarthy, and Kyler Murray. I don't know if that's a good thing, but that would be easily the most athletic quarterback room of all time.
Oh my god, it would be electric to have it. I mean, that would rival the Joe Montana, Steve Young, whoever the third was, just not for talent, but for my interest.
Yeah, just for athletic ability. They're all three freaks.
Oh, I love it. And then you could get Kyler and be like, "Hey, you guys want to come over for my LAN party? And we could all play Call of Duty together."
I mean, as someone who used to play Counter-Strike and LAN party stuff where you'd bring your whole CRT monitor and big-ass tower.
I know my audience.
I used to do that.
You got it written all over your face.
I was super cool in high school, obviously.
That's Kyler Murray. I was curious just about a couple of guys that did get tagged because we talked about the transition tag.
Mm-hmm.
I made all the jokes I'm going to make about that term. You're welcome. Grown up maturity. But Kyle Pitts got franchised. George Pickens, where you got franchised. And it looks like Breece Hall, running back for the aforementioned Jets.
Yeah, Breece Hall, that one was surprising.
Do you think – I don't understand what they're doing. Are they fire sailing or not?
Because they're a bad organization.
Correct.
He wants out. He wanted to be traded at the deadline last year, and they wouldn't.
Who wouldn't?
So, what are you fucking doing?
But they're selling off their talent. The little talent they had, they're already getting rid of it. And
right.
So why keep them?
This feels spiteful. They're mad at him. So they're like, you know what? Fuck you. You have fuck you money. There's fuck me money. Where it's this hurts me, but I am so rich that I can do it just to fuck you.
On the other hand, it's the Jets, so what's the old idiom? Never attribute to malice, which is more easily summed up by incompetence.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's good at running back.
It just feels like a spiteful move because there's no actual football reason for that. It's not like you have a quarterback and all these other pieces. They don't have anything. They have Garrett Wilson. That's I don't know, because they traded everyone else, like you just said. I don't know what they're. That's the only rationale I can come up with is they just are mad at him. So they're like, "Fuck you."
The first franchise fucking spite signing. I like it.
That's kind of what it feels like. And Woody Johnson is a dipshit. So I don't know.
Yeah, but what about his kid
in his wheelhouse to do?
You know his kid, Brick Johnson.
Brick.
Legit, 100%.
Is he a Hunter Biden? What is going on with Brick Johnson?
They're keeping that shit phallic for sure. I'm Woody, this is my kid Brick, and this is his son Donger.
Brick, that's a stupid name. Sorry. I don't know him, but that's a dumb name, and that sucks for you.
Oh, really? I was thinking about taking it and changing it.
Yeah. Go down to the courthouse and spend all those hours.
Exactly.
Brick.
Just to lay my credit card on the table at the restaurant and be like, it's Brick Ryan.
Should I have to call you Brick Ryan from now on? Because I might.
I mean, if you don't, then you're racist because you'd be like those guys that kept calling Muhammad Ali Cassius Clay. Brick Ryan it is.
I'm not going to note that, but if I remember, I remember, and we'll see. So tune in next week.
I'll take that from you. Yes, thank you. The other one's no franchise tag, which gets interesting. The one I want to talk about, I'll save for a second. But to the surprise of no one, the Super Bowl MVP, he gone. Kenneth Walker, you might know him as K9.
Yeah, I mean, man, I love him. I've loved him for a while. I didn't understand this. Like, he'd get them into the red zone, and then, hey, let's
I
get.
don't want to hear about Chardonnay Vulturing.
It's absurd. I didn't understand it. And then when Charbonnet got hurt, oh, look, he's really fucking good. Not just
Right.
before 20, but also once you get there.
He's really good when he's healthy, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I mean, you have to pair him with someone else. Like, I would love to have him. I would love, because Aaron Jones is gone. They've already said they're going to cut him, which makes sense because he would have been making like a top 5 running back salary. so clearly, but yeah, pair him with Jordan Mason. That sounds amazing to me. I don't think there's any chance of that happening because they have no money. They're like
Right.
$40 million right now.
Yeah, I don't see how you pay, because I wanted to have that discussion. Like, what one would you take him? Obviously, yes, but two, what's the market elsewhere? And I was looking for. I mean, he's got to be considered certainly a top 10 running back, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay, so then you're looking at anywhere from like 20 to low side 14 mil a year.
is that how much running backs are making a year?
I think Saquon's got the most with 20. Christian McCaffrey's at 19. Derrick Henry's down at 15.
Yeah, I mean, he'd probably be 12.
Yeah.
You know, I got to figure.
I wonder what's the opposite of a hometown discount when you take less to get the fuck out of your hometown?
Well, yeah, because it seems like he wants to be the guy, and he's not the guy there, even though he absolutely should be.
Right.
I don't know.
One way or another, he's going to get paid.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather address it in the draft. Like, I love that the second running back is probably Jeremiah Love's backup.
Right. How crazy is Notre Dame?
Yeah, a friend of the show, Jimmy, our Packers or our Patriots correspondent, his wife is a Notre Dame, big Notre Dame fan, like because of her family, whatever. And he told me a while ago, he's like, this Price guy, he's like, you don't understand. He's like, he doesn't get enough run because Jeremiah Love's amazing, but he's like, this guy, watch this guy, and I looked into it, he was right.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, freaky workout. It's I also have a bunch of Notre Dame people in my life, so
he's got no miles on him too.
Right, a lot of tread on the tire.
Yeah, I would love him in like the second round. That'd be amazing. I'd love to pair him with Jordan Mason, like a little bit of. We could do our own version of a little Sonic and Knuckles, which
bite your tongue.
which I assume we'll talk about at some point.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Before we get to that, interesting that. So we talked about Crosby on our last show.
Oh yeah,
and of course because you can bet on anything now.
Alshie?
Yeah. My favorite about those commercials, they call it betting. They call it trade on anything.
Well, that's how they get around it. You can trade on anything because anyone can open a market on something. It's really gross. Like you could bet on like wars and like regime. Like it's really gross.
Oh my god, yeah, like trials of celebrities and shit. It's gross is a great word for it.
Actually matters. Like I'm betting on sports. It doesn't really matter.
No,
it doesn't matter.
Well, not the way you do.
Bet on shit that does actually matter, and that's no thanks, man.
Well, we're just one step into that dystopian future. Like,
yeah, that's a giant leap into it.
Who had money on World War III? Hell yeah, I did.
Yeah, yeah, I'm cashing that ticket.
Right?
How many?
Cha-ching, baby.
Still, I made my $47.
Right. The odds were too good not to take.
Yeah, it'd be stupid not to do it.
All right. Yeah. So Walker is going to find a home somewhere. I'd be curious about where it ends up being, and also, like, I think it's kind of a buyer beware situation because, like, he's a really good running back. There's no doubt about it. But I can't name you a time he's been healthy for a season.
Yeah, you have to pair him with a second guy.
Right.
Like, you need a Montgomery or a Mason or something alongside of him. Like, even if that's not what he wants, that's probably best for him.
Right. I just wonder next to a Gibbs where we could be lightning and lightning.
Yeah. Well, I've seen mock drafts taking Price, and I'm like, that's Gibbs. What are you doing?
It's
I
lightning
mean,
and lightning.
sure, but really? Gibbs has shown he can handle a full workload because he did last year.
Yeah, he's just not that big of a guy. But in Brad Holmes, I trust.
But he handled the majority of the carries. Usually, before it was like, it wasn't quite a 50-50 split, but it was.
Yeah, it's close.
And now it was not close.
It's no Gibbs. Yeah, the huge ball last year. I don't know. It's interesting. I was gonna say that the guy that's going into free agency that I have my eye on, Tyler Lindenbaum from the center for the Ravens.
Yep.
Like,
well, are the Bears all of a sudden looking at that?
yeah, I heard they were.
Just retired out of nowhere. He pulled your team.
Yeah.
Ragnar.
Yep. It's don't think I didn't bring it up to my Bears fans. I was in.
Yeah, I mean, the Bears spent money to get the top center last year. So are they just not going to do that again? Probably.
Well, I mean, I looked into it because I was like, we obviously are in need of center help, and we'll talk about even why more so now. But yeah, he's gonna want north of 18 mil a year.
Oh yeah, he's going to be expensive. Iowa play. Personally, I'd rather take another Iowa guy, Logan Jones, in like the 5th round. But that's just
yeah. All right, is that a little draft tip, little morsel there for you?
A little nugget.
Okay, I like.
I mean, he's the best center in college football last year on the best offensive line. So yeah, he might be okay.
All right, and you got him a 5th round grade?
I don't, but that's what I'm seeing.
Damn.
Yeah.
You get some value up in here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm glancing through this stuff. Did you have any news you want to discuss before I get into my Lions bullshit?
Yes, I have some Minnesota news. First off, Vikings apply exclusive rights tender to restricted free agent defensive tackle Jalen Redmond. That was obviously going to happen. They plucked him out of the UFL or the XFL, whatever the fuck it was then. And he's been awesome. Like, I did some research on what that means. I hope they're trying to work out a longer term deal because it basically means they can have him this year for the league minimum. Which hopefully they're not gonna make him do, because if I were him and they made me do that, I'd be like, fuck you, I'm out after this.
Yeah.
No way.
I'll play your 1 year, but
yeah, because I have no choice. Like, he can sit out, but he's not gonna. He's really good, but he's not that good to be able to do that.
Right. Well, he also doesn't have the bank, like the money in the bank from before.
He's got money because he played in second tier league and
USFL money
throughout. Like, he's really, really good, underrated player. So that's something, I guess, that was expected. Apparently, the Vikings are shopping a trade for Jonathan Grenard, as per Adam Schefter.
If Shefty said it's Shefty meant it.
I mean, okay. I don't know why you would trade like a top 10 edge rusher. I think he's like 29, 30. He's not old. And his contract is very amenable. Like, he has no guaranteed money left on it. It's a lot this year, but that's an easy restructure, kick it down the road. I don't know. I mean, I know they also took the other year, same as the class of McCarthy, they took Dallas Turner, and he showed out a bit last year. He was like 8.5 sacks and turned it on at the end. And he's better in the Grenard role than the Van Ginkel role, which they tried to do for the first year, which didn't work, obviously. I don't know. Maybe have a rotation of 3 really good guys.
Maybe. Well, I mean, you don't have to break the bank for any of them, do you?
I mean, they're probably going to extend Van Ginkel and
As they
Turner's
should.
still on his rookie contract. And again, Grenard has no guaranteed money left, so like not really. Or he might have like a small cap hit if he's off the team, but it's a very friendly contract for like if you look at the top 10 edge rushers, he's below that in the value, and he's in that category as talent. So it's a good deal. So I mean, I don't know what you would look for a trade. Like I don't know, like you give a first round next year, maybe
You
that would
think that?
that
Yeah.
would make sense because usually like a trade this year, like if you get a second round pick this year, next year the equivalent is about a round before because it's a whole other year.
Right.
I don't know. It seems like they're looking for at least a second round this year, which would lead me to think that first next would be equivalent, but I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if this is like a negotiating strategy of like extending him or restructure. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but it was out there. Schefter reported it, and he's,
Yeah. The profit.
So there's that. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I'd like him to be there and just like him and Turner sub out over and over, or when Van Ginkel needs a blow, then you have two really good pass rushers on each side. I don't. That seems like a good idea, but
I don't know how financially sound it is, but yeah, I mean,
yeah, I don't know. Like I said, like there's a ways to get around his like 20-some million cap hit this year because again he has like no guaranteed money left, so that simplifies things, I would think. But
well,
yeah,
you know how.
we can only you can only restructure like a certain amount of people.
Oh, really?
And Jefferson is one of those that seems like is a good idea. And I mean, players are usually very amenable to that because it's like, oh, I can get like $50 million right now instead of 20. Yeah, obviously, it doesn't change the value that you're getting, but you get it sooner. I mean, that's present value of money. That's finance 101. Like you'd rather have it now than later because you could do things with that money.
Right, but in speaking of, NFL players, like once all the guaranteed money's gone, like even signing bonus, then they want a new deal. So
Yeah. I mean, they probably need to extend Brian O'Neill. He's also one of the bigger cap hits. I think the top three are Grenard, O'Neill, and Jefferson. So yeah, there are a number that you can do that. I don't know it off the top of my head, but I have no idea what's going on there.
all right,
Next bit. Oh, this one. Jeremy Fowler. He's a reputable guy, right?
he is.
Seems to be. Goes on Dan Patrick's show. Compares the Vikings and JJ McCarthy situation to a breakup when someone starts seeing another person. I'm paraphrasing, but that's essentially what he said. Like saying they're done with him. That
No.
can't be true, right?
I mean, you took him top 15, right? Yeah, like
Top 10. And after 10 games, you're
no,
like,
I get the
fuck
comparison more if he was saying like you guys broke up with Sam Darnold and he went and won the Super Bowl, which would be the equivalent of him dating like
Yeah.
a supermodel brain surgeon after you, which would hurt. I get that, but
Yeah.
that's where the analogy stops. It's
It's nonsense. Like that's organizational malpractice. If you're just like, we're done with this guy that flashed when he was healthy. Yeah, he got hurt a lot, which also wasn't part of his game before. So maybe these were fluky things. I don't know. Why do you give up on someone with all this talent?
the other thing is it's such a small sample size.
Weird.
You don't even know what you have yet. You just don't.
Yes, that's exactly it. Like you have to. Like I get. Like I think they should bring in someone like Gino next year because then you have him compete. Because Gino's probably gonna get cut. He was real
They were
bad
real
last year, but it was the Raiders. Like Ashton Genty was also really bad because they had no offensive line. They had nothing.
Bowers was the only bright side.
Like, bring in the guy like that who he can compete with. If he doesn't beat him out, okay, then we're on to a different conversation. But if he does, which he should, it's so sometimes I think it's just bullshit that people like are spouting, and normally it is, but a guy like Fowler is kind of reputable, so that confuses
for
me.
The first 3 years of his career, I thought he was a NASCAR driver. So I was always curious to know, like, Jeremy Fowler, God damn it, was out here reporting on the NFL.
He would be an extra in
Days of Thunder.
Tom.
Yeah.
Days of Thunder.
Cole Trickle, Rowdy Burns, Jeremy Fowler take the 3.
Yeah. He would be the shake and bake. Yeah, I don't fucking know. Like the discourse around JJ is, I mean, we talked about it to death, but
you have a look of visible frustration.
It's baffling to me. It's just, it makes no sense. I don't understand why people hate him. Like I reserve that type of hatred for like your Tyreek Hills or, you know, your guys who like have done horrible, horrible things. But he has like, yeah, he's cocky, and he called himself 9. Okay, I guess he's in the same level as someone who jokes and beats women. I guess.
I swear to fuck, all roads lead to JJ
same
on the show. No matter where we start.
Well, I mean, he's both of our guys for different reasons. Like, and I mean, he's a huge part of my team's future. At least I think. I don't know. I mean, the team could squash this pretty easily, and they don't. Which
a lot of where there's smoke, where there's fire, kind of thing.
Yeah, because like easily some like O'Connell could come out and be like, no, like we want, like, I mean, he's kind of said that. It's like they're not overlooking any type of other avenue, which I guess gets twisted of like, I think it more comes down to last year they wanted Daniel Jones, like, and they thought they had him. Like they offered more than the Colts did, but the Colts offered a better starting possibility. So he took that. And that kind of left him in the lurch. Like, I mean, they traded with Seattle for whatever the fuck his name is, and then dumped him, and then got fucking what's his name?
That.
Carson Wentz. Like, they didn't have a backup. I think all of this smoke is they didn't have a plan, like a backup plan, in case it didn't work out. And I think that's what they actually mean when they're like, we're not shutting down any idea or any quarterback. Like everything's open.
Options are on the table.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, I mean, but you say that and everyone gloms on. It's like, well, they're done with him, I guess. He's over. It's over. This 22-year-old who played 10 games. You took in the top 10. It's just over. Sure. Guess they're done. No, probably not. I don't know. Look what Drake May did in the second year. And yeah, this is his third year, but he had no first year. So it's his second year.
It's 10 games, dude. Let's relax a little.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not angry. You're
Clearly. None of us are projecting here.
No, not at all. Yeah, you got anything else on news?
I'm real quick, because a friend of the show, Kyle, and friend of the show, Webb, both pointed out to me that on DraftKings that the Bears are disgusting. Minus 145 to land them.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I
don't
guess.
Understand it. I know I hate it.
Yeah, I wouldn't love it, but like it's the same I'd feel about
going to Green Bay.
I felt about Parsons to the Packers. Yeah, because it would take a haul. So yeah, it's about the same. Like you don't have to give him a new contract like they did, but yeah, I don't know. Max Crosby doesn't scare me. I don't know. I mean, you guys are up there, and like you're in the middle of
We
the
were.
odds. That would scare me if you pair him with Hutch.
I feel the NFL would
That
know we were
scares
too
me.
powerful. It's like when David Stern vetoed the Chris Paul to the Lakers with Kobe Bryant, and he's like, "No, I'm not doing this. I know you guys are trying."
Now that would genuinely scare me with Hutch and
Because
Crosby
it'd be
off the
genuinely
edge.
scary.
That's a problem.
All right, can I talk about my Lions?
Yeah, that would. Bears though, they don't have another one on the other side, and like you can eliminate one guy, but you can't eliminate two because you can put a tight end over there, running back, whatever, but you can't eliminate two. There's not enough players on the field to be able to do that.
Did you have any more Minnesota notes before I get into that shit?
Well, are we going to talk about
he's on
Montgomery
the list.
bit?
So we traded him to the Texans. I mean, it's the worst kept secret in the league. Like, he was going to go. We've got so many people to pay, and he just wasn't a priority. Which is not to say I don't love him.
Yeah, I mean, it showed he's the guy. Like, he doesn't
Very
need
true.
to
And
be
I mean,
spelled.
I do love him very much, but I'm going to miss him. So we traded the Texans, who are in a weird thing where like their O line was bad, so they're somehow trading all their O linemen, and people are getting them. Yeah, I don't understand
Last
it at
year
all.
too,
But we traded.
odd. Like, hey, you and your gas mask can
That's what I
kick
know
rock.
for too. We traded for a center. Yeah,
Good tackle,
but yeah, we traded him for Juice Scruggs, which I had to look up, and turns out he's got a player. We got a fourth round and a sixth, which right.
Yeah, I saw the draft
for Montgomery to actually
really got player back.
be shipped out, which you knew was going to happen anyway. Getting a center, a fourth, and a sixth. I mean, we could have done way worse. I don't want to say happy because I miss. Yeah,
no,
it really is. It's like it had
good
to happen.
for you.
I think we got the most out of it. I'd say we definitely squeezed all that juice. Scruggs. I can't help myself, but that was interesting.
Yeah, you had to do it.
Right, and they,
about it, but you had to do it.
Myself. But they, it's good to get a center back since the guy that filled in for center is Graham Glasgow just got cut, so he's going to be gone. He played most of the year at center last year, filling in for Ragnow. When Glasgow is a passable guard and a subpar center, so if we traded him for,
yeah. It turns out center's hard. If you've never played it before, you're not going to do well. Usually,
show notes earlier, they're like,
and like Ratledge, like, oh yeah, he's just going to be our center. No, he's not. That's not how that works. He might be in 3 years,
actually, it's
but
incredibly
that's
difficult.
not how that works. I mean, I love Logan Jones out of Iowa, but I wouldn't want him, and he's been a center his whole career, but I still wouldn't feel comfortable putting him as a starter right away. He's the best center in college football. Like, and he did it forever, but then the guy who's hasn't done it?
No, it's a
of course
position.
not. Of course not.
I mean, at this level, what isn't? But yeah, I mean, the slide from guard to tackle, like, you can make that happen, but like,
yeah, I mean that's I mean it's still not easy, but there's just so much that goes on with a center that is not often easily quantifiable. Like Jackson, like for the line, for the court, for everyone.
Yeah, you make that go.
Like, understanding what's going on.
For when you have a young, inexperienced quarterback like we do with Jared Goff, like you need a center that's been around. And I'm glad to get one back from the Texans in the Monty trade.
Well, I know that was a joke, but that's also a really good point because he doesn't need a center to do all that. Like, he's one of the few players who shouldn't need that at this point in their career.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs them to,
But yeah, that was my Lions. He was the Monty trade and then the Graham Glasgow cut, whereas like the two big transactions that occurred.
All right. Should we?
Yes, sir.
We're done with news, yeah? Let's I'll give you a brief little combine recap.
They don't have combine music.
I don't know what else to play because I guess Yeah, there's no combine music that I'm aware of. I attended this weekend. I saw all the workouts and everything. Um, like the 40s, fine, whatever the splits and all that. Really, like they have. I don't know. Maybe there's value here, but like watching wide receivers run the gauntlet and like or quarterbacks throw like go balls to wide receivers that they've never met before. I don't know. That doesn't do anything for me. Like, oh, the gauntlet, the wide receiver gauntlet, you catch like five passes. Okay, fuck does that tell me? Nothing. The one thing I did feel like was uh, important was on the defensive backs, like the stuff they do on the field. Because I'm no scout, obviously, but one thing I look for a defensive back is your hips. Like, how fluid are you in like turning and changing direction? And if you got stiff hips, probably not going to work. I don't care how fast you are, how quick you are. If you take that extra half second to flip around the
I
other side,
completely agree. That's why I actually
it's
didn't
no
play
good.
DB in the NFL. Is yeah, I know.
Yes,
Just the hits.
that's the only
Hips don't
reason.
lie.
But yeah, I mean, I saw a lot of corners. Man, Pons, I know he's undersized, but that dude moves like exactly how you'd want him to move. Like he's like 5'9", but that dude is quick. He's fast, fluid. Um, like Xavier Terrell, he was good. Hood was good. Demings surprised me. Uh, Pons, of course. Chris Johnson looked good. Davison out of OSU looked good too. Like
Really?
those are some people who surprised me. They're just so smooth and
Yeah,
fluid.
I like
It's
it.
like, oh, okay,
Oh,
oh,
I was,
yeah.
I
There's a
was
lot
going
of
to ask you
corners in
what
this draft, I
because
think.
I've only seen it on TV. What was the crowd like? Is it like a mix of fans and NFL people, or what's the deal with that?
Yeah, so like I wasn't credentialed or anything like that, so I was in the fan side of things. Um, During the week, like you could get as close as you wanted to. No one was there. They hold way too many of the prime seating. I assume it's for. I don't know this, but I assume it's for um, front office and writers and like media people. But there were giant swaths. Like there'd be like three people in a section. It's like I assume I can't go there because why wouldn't everyone go there?
Did you show the
Um,
usher your headphone?
but yeah, and like on the weekend I was like the upper level because
Okay.
I didn't get there right on time, and it's a free event, so people would come in, and I mean they didn't stay for very long. Like I was actually told by someone who worked there at the end of the day on or near the end of the day on Saturday at like 5 o'clock. It went to 8. Um, that I needed to not be up there anymore because they were clearing everyone out
Right.
to get closer. Um, but yeah, it was. I mean, it was cool, like to see everybody, and some of the things were like you watch the 40, and I mean, I don't know how much value that has, honestly, because you're doing a track type stance, like end up like I don't know. I'd like to see how fast you
Yeah.
run with a football in your hand or pads on.
Or a guy
That seems
pushing you
more
the other way.
valuable, but whatever. Yeah, like I just like straight line speed is not
I know.
indicative
I learned it
of
from
a
Al
whole
Davis
lot.
when he was getting every track star on the planet.
Yeah, I mean like your speed zone and your vert and your and your long, like, those are more indicative of what's explosive. And and again, the quarterbacks you threw, it's like fine, but you're throwing to people you've never
Right.
met before. Like you don't know these guys, no chemistry. Like
Not
that
to
doesn't
mention
mean
no
anything to
DBs,
me.
no anything like.
Uh, Yeah, it's just it's nonsense. Like, and the same with the wide receiver gauntlet drill. It's just like, okay, great, he caught 5 passes
Cool.
really quick. Okay, which
It's
also
true.
you don't do. It's not a thing you do. You catch one pass and you go.
It's,
So it was I learned a lot. Like I need to go next year earlier, but
Nice. Do you want to
it
put
was a
the
good
usher that wouldn't
experience
let you
overall.
in with your equipment on blast and you outsmarted him with a well placed email from the NFL, or do you want to just be the big person?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like he was 1,000 years old and clearly there as a volunteer because everyone was. Like when I'd go to buy a drink, they were like, "Here, there's a tip option, but we're all
Oh.
volunteers and it goes to some charity." So everyone there was not like
So you didn't
working
tip at
for
all. Got it.
money. Seems.
Uh,
Oh my God, zero.
Dude, on a related
Fuck
note,
them
every time I
kids.
go through my local Taco Bell, they ask me, "Hey, do you want to round up?" And I go, "For what?" And they said, "For the kids' education." And I was in there last weekend, and I went through the drive-through. She's like, "Would you like to round it up for kids' education?" And I said, "I'll be honest with you. I've been doing this every time I come through this drive-through, and I don't feel the kids are getting any smarter." And she,
No, no, I don't do that in a regular like my grocery store. It's always like round up for this and that. It's like no, you shouldn't be asking me for money. I got no money. You're a multi-million-dollar
I think maybe you should
business.
round
You
up.
pay them, where the government should round up and do that. Like I have a big problem with charity like that because it shouldn't be on the
I
people.
get
Like we shouldn't be like you and me, just working class people shouldn't be on the hook for that. That's
No,
not our
but I get where you're
that's
coming
not our
from. But
thing.
having worked nonprofit for a number of years, I know that the actual nonprofits themselves do get a sizable chunk of change when they have that because someone reputable like a Whole Foods, or in my case, Taco Bell, slightly less reputable, but no less valuable than Whole Foods. But they do get a nice chunk of money out of it. But I get your complaint as well.
Yeah, well, you should be asking your like the lower levels of your income bracket of a society to
A
to
great
uh,
way to do
to
it
fill
is they
these
actually,
gaps.
most corporations will do what's called a corporate gift, and a lot of times they'll do a match of what they raise, which now you can get into the tax implications, and they had to dump that shit anyway. But the bottom line, as long as it goes,
Well, yeah, they only do it. They don't do it because they're being
yeah,
altruistic.
I'm very aware.
It's a
But
tax thing. I'm not going to help them with that. They
at
can spend their
the end of
own
the
money
day,
to
as
get
long
the
as the
tax
nonprofit
break.
gets
That's
the
not
money,
on
who
me.
cares?
Yeah, but also you don't know what
Oh, you're not
funnel
supposed
it
to.
goes through before it gets there. Like your $1 might be about 12 cents by the time it gets to the people who actually are supposed to
I've
get it.
presented
So
many of those
fuck
12-cent
them.
checks. Here you go.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, good. Overall positive experience. You enjoyed it?
Yeah, I had a good time. Hopefully, we can think about this earlier, and I need to look into like the media credential side of things and what
Right.
we need to do to achieve that because I think that
I'd
is
agree with
for
that. And I
next year.
suffered from
That's the
such a
goal.
significant amount of FOMO while you were there that you might have roped me into it. You
Yep. Well, if I can get
came
credentials for
on.
us both, like you're
Oh,
coming. Are. we
right.
got
And
we got 12
you don't
months
want
to
to see
figure
me
it
with that
out
kind of
and to
power,
plan
and
it
you
out.
can't tell me
So,
nothing with a press badge. Uh, uh,
oh my god, I we would have so much goddamn fun. Like we used to do that movie show, and it was so much fun when we'd have anyone actually of any note on because they get the same questions all the time. So like you just ask them something that has nothing to do with anything, but something they might actually care about. You like break up the monotony of the same question over and
oh,
over
yeah,
and
I just
over.
assume I'll be best friends with whatever rookie the Lions draft from the combine. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So you make friends with them that way, and then they come on.
Yeah,
You
and I know
perpetuate it. Like who gives a shit about the same question over and over? That doesn't mean anything. That
what
gives me
not to
nothing.
ask. So, like, you remember when Des Bryant was going through the draft process, and they just hit him with, "Hey, Joe Ryan, School V Grit here. Was your mom a prostitute, making your dad therefore a pimp?" Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I said I won't. I
Like, don't
won't.
do that. Don't do that. I mean, people do that. It's like, oh, we want the soundbite. We want the like. I don't. Yeah, I want that too,
No,
but
I want the
not
positive
being
one.
an asshole. Like, I'll ask them something like, oh, what's your favorite like if they're into movies, they're into something like what's your what like you go off that's your soundbite
Yeah.
because you're not being an
Joe Rogan,
asshole.
Skol, be great. What if we exchange emails and just like hang out right now for a while?
Yeah, like you want to go get a
Yeah.
beer? What's your favorite? You like a
Talk to
microbrew
me.
guy, a
We
lager
got
guy?
some local shit around here.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Let's hang out.
What I'm hearing
Let's
is
go
we
watch
have to
Predator
go.
together. Wanna do that?
I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that happen for next year. What else we got? Free agency is coming up. That snuck the fuck up on me. It is next Monday at what is it? Noon Monday at noon Eastern time. The legal tampering period starts, which is it's so
It's a
stupid.
silly name,
Like,
dude.
what do we? Yeah, because you like all the sign. Like I think the actual free agency starts like on Wednesday, but like everything's
Right.
the big names are done by.
Well,
then.
it's already the
Like,
legal. I guess you call it
They're-
illegal tampering is already occurring right now, but
That's what they call
but
it, legal
it's
tampering
fun.
period.
In honor of this, I think you asked me to prepare a list of a couple of guys that are on my wish list, and since you gave me no parameters, I shot for the fucking
Mhm.
stars. Like, let's go. If I
Well, like, who are you lose? Because I'm not going to be super helpful in this segment because Minnesota doesn't really have
No, I mean-
any free agents. Like they have cuts, but they don't really have any. Other than Jalen Naylor, their wide receiver 3, they don't really
but if
have
we're being honest,
any
though,
free agents that like I can talk about bringing back or this or that.
Right.
But they have holes, of course, and they also don't have any money. So
well,
you
everyone
guys
has
probably have
than
more
you.
money. Yeah, well, we're
Right.
negative 40 at the moment. I mean that'll be fine, but they can't sign more than like one big free agent. You know.
Well, it just
like,
occurred to me I
it's
didn't get
not
the
gonna
assignment
happen.
because the number one free agent that we're going to lose is Anzalone. You might know him as the fans call him as Anal Zone, but he's going to be. I mean, he was heart and soul, and I got on him early in his career for pass coverage, but he proved me wrong and made me shut up. He was great for the last 2 years. And yeah,
He's what 31 now, which I know that's like in life that's not old, but it's a coverage like off ball linebacker.
Knocked up
That's
where she's
so
trying to
old.
get in the club pregnant, and then she's like, I think it's Craig Robinson's the bouncer, and she's like, "Listen, bitch, you're too old, and look at me before you get mad. I don't mean like you're old for this earth. You're old to be in this club, and the NFL is that club."
Yeah,
Yes, I felt good
that's
as
the
soon as I let
perfect
go.
analogy. Yeah, off
Thank
the
you.
bat.
So
struck.
yeah, Anzalone's gone. Had I known that, then my wish list would be a little different. But I'll give you my first guy I want, and this is going to come to a big surprise to you because it's never come up on the show.
Mm.
You ever heard of Trey Hendrickson for Cincinnati? Yeah,
No, never heard of
he
him.
is.
He's also
And,
31.
that's what makes
but-
me think we could get him for a price we could afford. Like, not sure how it works for a lifetime of
Yeah.
being starved in Cincinnati if he's looking for one giant payday, but I mean, 2-year big money deal, like does that make sense for everyone involved? You'll be 33 when it's done. If you want to go and find another one, good. And if not, like we'll talk hometown discount.
Yeah, I mean he's looking to get paid because the Bengals just jerked him. I'm surprised they actually didn't franchise him again.
Well, you're looking at a
because they're
Kirk
just
Cousins
assholes.
situation at that point.
Yeah, I mean he could have like I don't know what would have happened like because he was not happy about it, which he shouldn't have been because they kept him in his prime
Right.
when he could have gotten big money. So now he'll get good money,
Like,
but not the same.
It's me. I know I'm not a premier defensive end in the NFL football league, but if you gave me 31 a year,
Yeah, but I know that's the back and forth.
Right.
It's like, oh, you get $30 million guaranteed for 1 year, but also you could sign for 150 for 5 years
right, guaranteed,
and have half,
Yeah, I get it.
more than half of that guarantee. Well,
But you're not signing a
that's
31-year-old edge rusher for a 5-year deal. It's just what they
well,
have him
that's my
hostage.
point is they kept him around.
Good thought.
Of course, he was angry. I'd be
For
pissed.
you.
I'm angry.
Anyway,
for
he's
him.
number one on my list of wish list free agents. Who do you have number one on yours?
I mean, I would love Kenneth Walker. I don't see that happening. Um, Brian Cook, the safety from the Chiefs,
Yep.
26 years old. I still don't know if Harrison
Which is
Smith is
wild.
coming back. Uh, he's been oddly quiet. Like the last couple of years after the season ended, he was giving interviews being like, I don't know. I think I'm done. Like, I'm tired. I'm 35 years old. I get it. Hasn't said any of that. And he was pretty good last year. So he might be coming back, but I feel like they need another safety. Brian Cook from the Chiefs, like I said, 26 years old. His PFF grade last year, 83.5, which was fourth
Pretty good.
among all safeties. It's pretty good. I don't know what that would cost, but I mean, we talk about the salary cap. It's real until it's unreal until it isn't. Like, there's ways to.
By the way, the
deal
parameters
with
of this
that.
exercise, you did not put cap numbers involved. You said, who do we want? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah. I mean, who do I want? I want Kenneth Walker. I want Brian Cook. I want maybe another corner. Maybe a defensive
It's a wish
tackle.
list.
I
It's
don't know.
not
Give me everything. I want Tyler Linderbaum. Like, I want it all. Because I don't know what's going to happen with center. Because Ryan Kelly, God bless him, he hasn't said anything, but I mean, for his brain, I hope he retires. Like, not for my team. I would love to have him because he's very good. But God, I've like had so many concussions. I mean, he had 1 million, and then
It's
he had
usually
like
time to
3
hang it
last
up.
year.
But, you know,
A lot. I mean, look at Drew Dahlman. Like, he just hung it up for the Bears. He's like, nah, I'm good, bro.
right?
I went to Stanford. I'm not breaking my
We
brain.
got
I'm smart.
400
Fuck
in
this.
this education up here. Probably going to save it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, maybe keep a couple brain cells to succeed later in life. But yeah, I don't know what Kelly's
Alright.
gonna do. But yeah, I love Linderbaum. Like, of course, he's
That's what I wanted
27,
to.
he's
But then I saw
awesome.
the price tag,
And
and
also-
I'll be honest, I got a little sticker shock. Whew.
Well, yeah, once Dahlman retired, like that was
Mhm.
also like, oh, ka-ching for Linderbaum. So he's gonna get a lot of money, and he should.
Will
But-
it be from one of our teams?
Yeah, I mean, we need another corner. I wouldn't hate another linebacker. Maybe a defensive tackle at most, but like offense is pretty set. Like with Addison and Jefferson, and I don't know what they're gonna do with Hawkinson, but I assume some sort of restructure because he's making like top 4 tight end money, and that's probably not.
Well, he grew his hair out and his
He needs to be
mustache.
paid.
It looked like your old logo. He might be open to a hometown discount.
Yeah, I mean he's an Iowa boy. Like maybe he can work with them. I don't know. Yeah, they need a running back too, but like you can address a lot of that in the draft.
Right.
Address the running back in the draft. I mean, hell, you can take like Dylan Thieneman, like that dude at the combine. That was what I watched him do was fucking stupid. Like I thought he was like a second round guy. Like, or maybe at worst they could trade back in the first round and get him at the end. If they want him, they might have to take him at 18 because that dude ran like a 4.3 something. Like he was fucking stupid. Like what he did was absolutely stupid. I couldn't believe what I was watching. Yeah, for a safety, that's absurd.
No, because if you can't, then
Safeties
you play
don't
corner.
do that. Corners,
Yeah, that's how it works.
corners do that. Like TJ Hall, an Iowa guy, who's a corner. He ran like 4.5, and he was like 10th
Right.
on the list because everyone just ran like 4.3, 4.4. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if there's a fast track in Indy, but like wind assisted in the dome. I don't know.
I thought the same thing because the top, like at every position, was the fastest it's ever been in the draft. And then what happened over the years, though, is that the guys that are going to run 4.3 run 4.3, and then the guys that won't aren't going to run. So you have a self-selecting group where.
Well, it's also like if you have multiple years to prepare for a test, and as we mentioned before, like being in a track stance, hand up, like feet on the blocks, like that's a test. It's not football. Right. It's not how you play football, but you can learn how to run that. And I think that's what's happening is people train for a couple months before.
100%.
With like a track star, a track coach, and they're like, hey, this is how you run. Like you're clearly athletic and talented, but this is how you actually run this race.
LA, Arizona, Florida has multiple where you go just to get your 40 up, or you go to get your bench up, or you go to whatever.
Right. So that means
I do not either.
That means.
I've got a pretty hard out coming up. Is there anything else you want to throw in here?
No, I think that's about all I got. I mean, we got, like I said, we'll have a lot to talk about next week. I think free agency starts, and I mean, the actual technical free agency starts after we will hit record, but the legal tampering thing starts 2 days before, so we're gonna have a shit
I'm going to tell you,
just
as a signing off here, good luck in your legal tampering, my friend. Uh-huh.
I hope you tamper all the things. Oh my God, everywhere. All right, this was fun.
Like a dog in the street.
Let's go.